That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Arthur Moats in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with first and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on third down.
Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal. Fourth down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Now a first down carry by Bell. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them. And they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
From their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Touchdown, Seahawks. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Green's got it over the middle. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. And able to find Green. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll try and run it in with Bell, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out, and the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point now by Boswell. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, but even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Wilson forced out to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. No gain on the play there. Second down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they'll indeed take a knee. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. On the ground, it's Michael. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run again with Michael. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. 1 possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases,
and that's caught inside the 35. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're just trying to keep him out of the end zone. Obviously, a field goal does no good in this situation. So what's the appropriate amount of pressure defensively, Charles?
I think you said a little more pressure than what is normal. If you normally want to send a 3-man rush, maybe you make it 4 if it's 4.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
Well, the play caller certainly can't enjoy that touchdown because he's got to dial up a 2-point play that can tie things up.
Roethlisberger looking to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Nothing between these 2 teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
Finds a tight end in the middle of the field. Just a simple stick route. Decent game. Doesn't get you a whole lot, but it's pretty reliable, isn't it?
And tough to defend. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel.